Alright, what's good everybody? It's your boy, Mike Dangerous, aka, fucking, so kind of to stomp the elephant in the room, Talking Shots videos haven't been, what they usually are. And, just to kind of clarify what's been going on lately, no, we haven't disbanded. I haven't gotten into a dispute with Wilkie. It's just been a lot going on. Basically, I've been working on a pre-Broadway show, so I have been all over the world for the past, couple of weeks. So it's been difficult to do the standard Friday show that we normally do. Basically, it's been Wilkie and Kevin borrowing my equipment, trying to make something happen without the use of the space. So it's nothing crazy. It's just been kind of, on my part, a lack of time to do what we normally do. So not to worry. The show still is very much the show. We're just kind of in limbo at the moment. To those of you who do watch the show and or should I say follow the show regularly, thank you so much. This means the world to us for watching, quite frankly, what is the dumbest idea on the internet. You guys take the time to actually watch and talk and comment, and that's the dopest thing in the world, and we love you all to death. And thank you guys. It means the world to us. So I figured, let me take some time. This video is obviously, not the standard green screen affair that we normally do. This is very much a from the editing desk video, if you will. An evening with Mike Dangerous. I want to take some time, I guess, kind of talk about what Talking Shots really is and kind of, where we came from. I don't want to speak for Wilkie, really, but Wilkie's basically, he's a journalist who's done tons and tons of articles and things for plenty of different people, and he's, in my opinion, one of the best writers that I have ever met in my entire life. The kid is incredibly talented. And I went to high school with the kid, so I've known him forever. Basically, what Talking Shots is, where it started from. Initially, it was an interview show. We used to do interviews with a lot of the FGC, the Smash community, and the idea was we would have, alcohol is sort of the icebreaker, if you will. We wanted to do interviews differently, and those videos, if you dig, are some of our first videos. We did some with ESAM and MVD. It was a lot of fun, but when we learned how difficult it was to orchestrate an interview every single week with somebody who's constantly at tournaments and constantly traveling, we sort of had to change gears a bit. As time went on, and Wilkie was graduating with a degree in journalism, and I was looking for more and more video projects. Basically, what happened was I came up to Wilkie and I'm like, look, why don't we try video essays? Why don't we sit and do articles, but instead of doing them, kind of like how everyone else does them, we sit in front of a camera and do them completely drunk to justify the name Talking Shots. And we shot the first couple of episodes, and it kind of snowballed and grew from there. And the whole premise being, sort of this idea of starting a conversation with people. For me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of people, alcohol really starts off as an icebreaker. It's a way to loosen up before a party. It's a way to kind of relax a little bit. By no means is Talking Shots really about getting drunk in front of camera. As fun as that is, and as great as that is to kind of watch and laugh at, it's never really the point. The point of Talking Shots kind of always is to start a conversation, to get people to say, oh, I remember that, or hey, I have a friend who deals in esports, and then kind of, this is what he deals with. And the premise has always been about, what are those drunk party conversations you would have about things that people actually give a shit about, The truth is, we're all kind of fans of Sailor Moon, or we all have Blockbuster memories, or we've all been to Toys R Us. Those kind of conversations that start. And that's sort of what Talking Shots really is about. It's those conversations. We never really took the time to introduce ourselves. We just kind of threw ourselves into this. And I don't want to speak for Wilkie. But Wilkie, and I'm gonna gas him up a little bit. Wilkie is one of the best musicians, one of the best writers, one of the best all-around people that I've ever met. The kid is a straight-up genius. He knows how to make friends with anybody, and he has contacts that it's ridiculous. And his initial idea for Talking Shots and the way he went about it is amazing, and that's why to this day I still, I work with him on every little thing. And through him, I've met people like Reggie, shouts out Toby, another amazing musician, and we've shot music videos together in the whole 9 yards. Wilkie was the person that got me into, competitive fighting games. He was the person that made me realize that it very much is a real environment, and the whole esports video, that I made about the credibility of esports, I remember him making that argument to me back when I was in high school. Wilkie is the boy. He's the homie. He's somebody who creatively, has always kind of driven me to think outside of the box, and I think Talking Shots is evident of that. Another person whom you don't really see that often is my boy Kevin, aka my boy Iro. This kid has been my best friend since, we were, babies, dude. It was wild. This kid used to come over my house, and just spend weekends there, and we would stay up all night playing, Silent Hill or whatever, and we were in a band together. This kid has been in my life forever, and he is somebody who, basically, his job is assistant production, assistant photographer. He's the person who is the one sober person on set who keeps the production rolling. He helps with scheduling. His wife, Nay, does our makeup, and she makes us look good on camera. And she also helps with a lot of the business aspects of the show. She is dope. He is my motherfucking boy. And he is somebody who is an anime connoisseur, and he's also he's part of one of our affiliates, Team Curious. He's somebody who's also an integral backbone to the show that you haven't seen yet. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mike Dangerous, aka Michael, Julian, whatever you want to call me. I am the co-host and producer of Talking Shots. Basically, I am the dude who films it, I'm the dude who edits it, I'm the dude who puts it out there. As far as the IRS is concerned, I am an audio engineer for several theaters down here in South Florida, but I've pretty much done entertainment my whole life, if you will. Growing up, I didn't have the best home situation, so entertainment, video games, movies, theater has always been kind of my escape. It's cool. It's kind of where I always preferred to be. I've had YouTube channels since God knows when. I think I was 10, 11, 12 when I opened up my first YouTube channel, and I've always had one ever since. I think Talking Shots is my 13th or 14th YouTube channel, something like that. I think, as I said before, the issue with working in entertainment is that your hours are a little ridiculous. And right now, like I said, I'm working on a pre-Broadway show, and that commands a lot of my time. And as someone who owns the equipment and deals with a lot of the editing and production, it tends to slow things down on that end. So this kind of weird lull in what we've been putting out lately is entirely my fault. I take full responsibility for that. But here's where things get interesting. Hopefully, starting next Friday, we'll be back on our bullshit, as we do. But we want to start dropping a couple other things. And more importantly, we want to open the conversation up a bit more. Talking Shots topics have normally, up until this point, been things we've had in our minds or movies we've been watching lately, kind of the general consensus stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put this out there right now. This isn't necessarily a we've ran out of ideas, help us video, but we want to try something here. As things have been crazy and ridiculous, I kind of want to try something, to open up the conversation even further than what we've been doing. We want to know what conversations you would bring up if you were drunk at a party. What topics would you want to see in Talking Shots videos? We've talked about shows like Gundam Wing or things sort of the importance of the Emoji Movie. Well, what are the things that you would want to see? What are the videos that you would want us to make? And more importantly, if we threw a drunk Mario Kart party, would you show up? Hint, hint. I know this video is a little bit of a mess. This video is a little bit of a sort of filler. Again, the infamous Talking Shots filler. But, the question still remains. Let us know what you guys want to see in the future. Feel free to hit us up whenever. Feel free to inbox me. You can follow me on Twitter at Mike Dangerous. Is that even my Twitter? Mike Dangerous. Grass the Kid. His name changes every day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. We want to make this a thing. We want to continue on forward, and we want to do big things. So hit us up, talk to us. I love you all. I'm very tired. I'm gonna finish this rum and coke. I'm gonna go watch Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, and then I'm going to bed because I have work tomorrow morning. But in conclusion, thank you all. I love you all. I really appreciate all of the comments, all of the likes, all of your subscriptions. Let's make something dope. Let's keep moving forward with this. I'm Mike Dangerous. On behalf of Wookie Castro and Kevin and Nay, you're watching Talking Shots. I'm going to bed now.